Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Weekend Forecast for the weekend of March 9th and 10th, 2013. I am Astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, add a little bit of salt into the brew pot, shall we? We are brewing up 6 planets in Pisces, including Chiron, which I guess we could say that's 7. This is a huge stirring pot right now, a portal. If there's ever more than ever a portal happening, oh, we're in a portal right now. A portal into how we connect to soul, how we connect to our dream state. You know, I put a video up on my channel if you want to check it out, going deep into dreams, how we connect in lucid dreaming, how this whole life just might be a dream. But go deep into it and start to check it out, because I'm going really deep with some cool shows and they all come up here on my channel. But this is us going into the illusions in our life, the obstacles, the endings. This is really the power-packed weekend to get us ready to just impact and understand that there is a lot to dump, but there is a lot to spiritually connect to our higher self, connect with the power of the universe. And I think it's very interesting because the moon finishes up in Aquarius on Saturday. So Saturday is the last finalization here of a dark moon. It's going to be us understanding emotionally how we feel about, you know, where is our position in life? How are we? You know, it's a satellite view into things, like really starting to want to disconnect from, you know what, any of the obstacles or anything. We talked about this in yesterday's horoscope, but mainly it's our future. It's the electricity in our life that we are understanding. And this is a weird element, a weird time. This is a weird weekend. It probably doesn't feel like your typical weekend, but what it feels like is deep inside, you're starting to yearn, you're starting to understand who you really are on the inside. That outer persona, the one that goes to work, the one that goes on TV, the one that, you know, does all these things, is a different person. Who you are underneath all that is what we are gonna really see. You've already been seeing it, but when you add that salt to a flat energy, which I'm not saying that all this Pisces energy has been flat, but the moon is that really important ingredient, those emotional, very specific feelings that really add to the punch. And the punch is going to come in on Sunday, and especially Monday when the new moon actually hits. And what is this moon going to be passing, especially on Sunday? Sunday when you wake up, really deep understanding of how you connect to source, understanding mentally what's been going on, even though it's going to feel a little like you still can't figure it out. Your intuition knows, your feelings know. Then, you know, the moon's going to be solid backed by Saturn as well. And, you know, all of pretty much Sunday is this very clear day of really coming into our understanding of what the hell's been going on for the last month spiritually. Really starting to feel it out, starting to understand what is getting in between our future that we want, what is getting in between us feeling the universe and us get along perfectly. What is us not having this feeling inside, you know, feeling free maybe? Maybe you don't feel free and we're wanting to feel free. A lot of that comes to Saturn and Scorpio. A lot of it comes to even the Aquarius energy we just went through. You know, there's this freeing energy we want, but we're realizing that we are getting rid of a lot of stuff. This is where it's a lot like Hoarders. Have you ever seen that show, Hoarders? And if there's any hoarders out there, sorry, you know, I'm not trying to pick on you guys. But we all have a bunch of stuff we have hoarded onto in our soul. And the universe has come in with the dump trucks for us, with everything being like, burp, 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 you don't need to do anything. All you gotta do is chill in the house and we'll come and take everything. You can throw away that old ukulele that has all that crazy spider webs on it, right? And most of us are like, oh, but no, I don't know if I wanna let this go. Letting it go is the easiest thing. And I guarantee you by now, you've been forced to let go of some hard things you might not want to let go in order to go with the flow of spirit dumping out your hoarding house of your soul. It's hoarding. We are hoarding. We are hoarders as a soul. We collect everything. That's what karma is. We emotionally collect it. We mentally collect it. We start to pick things up and we hold on to these things, and it's about us releasing them. but by connecting to spirit, by us understanding how to find the connection. How deep is your connection? By us having to learn to follow the signs that are from the universe, not from the typical ones that the mind or logic mind would pick up on. The other thing is making sure that we heal inside, that we go with the flow, that we feel our sensitivities, that we're compassionate to ourselves, even when we're feeling so weird and really crazy. We gotta learn to be compassionate to ourselves. We can run ourselves into our own weird, crazy selves, like into a mental institution right now. We all have that ability, but it's, you know, Saturday, the ability to connect to others that might help you, connect with your friends, connect with groups, connect with music, connect with things that keep the electricity going, which is making sure you're connecting, making sure that you're vibrating with the universe in your own unique way by learning how to bridge your uniqueness to the one. Like, you have to find a way now, more than ever this weekend, to be completely accepting of wherever you're at right now and whatever's been going on, and to know that there's a new start coming, and we have to accept that we have hoarded on to crap in our life. We have to accept that we have hoarded on to things that have held us back, and that's okay. That's part of humanity. That's part of spiritual evolution. That's part of what's going on. We need to be compassionate for ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to make sure that we take our mind into the right attitude. So stop, you know what, questioning the stupidest stuff. Especially because it's probably a crappy ukulele that we've been holding on to with spider webs on it, but our mind for some reason has been holding on and thinks it knows that we should have that in our life. When really our soul knows it's time to let go. It's time to go with the flow. So I hope that helps, because this is really the highest vibration we can access, and whenever you deal with super high vibration, it can be like when a really high vibration note comes, it goes beep, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I like it or it's good or not. You know, it's like very high, very spiritual, very opposite of how this earth works, you know, which is much more grounded and much more slower. Pisces, believe it or not, is infinite. When you tap into infinite, you got to be willing to go farther away than you've ever gone in your whole life, and be okay with that. Earth, we're used to like, oh my God, I'm away from home. I feel like I'm away from home. Pisces doesn't know if it's home or not. You know? Pisces doesn't know, doesn't care as much. Pisces feels like these two ducks right here, all right? These two ducks just showed up to be like, yo guys, they just are going with the flow, you know? They just go wherever they go. Like, I don't think ducks they're a perfect example of just going where you gotta go. You just gotta do what you gotta do. You just gotta flow wherever the infinite takes you. Right now it's kind of cold outside and it's sunset, so, you know, and it's about to rain again, I think. Those ducks aren't tripping. They're just floating along. So we just gotta float along this weekend and see where it takes us. You know, it might take you next to David Palmer floating on a lake. How nice would that be? But if your mind would have been freaking out that you shouldn't leave, that it has to be this way or it has to go there, that you're wrong for doing this and you shouldn't be, oh my gosh, it's just like high noise we don't need anymore in our life. And we're getting ready for a big powerful new moon. We're getting ready for Mars coming into Aries up this week, and we are gonna charge forward into a whole new life. So I hope you're ready. Check out my website, david-palmer.com, if you want a 15, 30, 60-minute reading, or 90, I do those too. And if you want astro coaching, me and you, 30 days straight. Check it out, 30 minutes a day with me. I'm here to help you, david-palmer.com, and I'll see you guys on Monday.